Hello, hello.
You're live now.
Okay, I'm live now. Welcome to today's Rendezvous with a Writer, a daily pinch of poetry and a dose of imagination. I'm your host, Bobby Jean Bell, and my husband's on the other side of the camera, right behind it. We are purveyors of fine Western goods, and what feeds our souls is bringing the work of fashion designers, artisans, musicians, authors, and poets to you through 4 weekly radio shows, our special social media pages, and our store website, OutWestShop.com. Thursday is Radio Day, and this morning we had John Cosell, and this is the High Country Cowboys' newest CD, and all the music we played today on Campfire Cafe was from this CD, Great American Cowboy. And this is an issue of Western Way magazine that featured them. So you'll want to check out the podcast on Campfire Cafe for that. And then tonight on the Writer's Block with host Jim Christina, we'll be talking to author Aaron Pringle, and that's on the Writer's Block. And you can listen to that live at LA Talk Radio, or you can wait for me to post the podcast link. But now I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's happening today. So let me get into my book. Did you catch yesterday's A Daily Pinch of Poetry featuring poet Floyd Beard? There's a great story about him in the November 2019 issue of Western Horseman magazine. It's actually on page 60, which I hope I paper clipped, called Range Rhymer. And yesterday, Floyd's kicked off our month-long celebration of poetry and the written word with his poem Canyons, and that was actually filmed by Western Horseman magazine, and you can see that on the social Facebook page Rendezvous with a Writer. You'll also see the podcast link to the interview that Gary Holt and I did with Floyd and Valerie in January on Campfire Cafe. So if you missed yesterday, just go start out with the Rendezvous with a Writer Out West page and look for April 1st. You'll also see a daily dose of imagination post that highlighted the thriller writer John Sandford. Now, John was a guest on the Writer's Block radio show just days before his 2018 release, Twisted Prey, which I thought I had here, but I don't. That's no problem, Twisted Prey. And before that book came out, take a listen to the podcast. If you're a writer, you'll savor each insight he shared about his writing process. And if you are a John Sandford fan, you'll enjoy the backstory to his books. And he's got a new book coming out April 14th, a Lucas Davenport novel, Masked Prey. Pre-order your signed copy now from the independent bookseller Poisoned Pen Bookstore, and you can find that at John's website, johnsandford.com. And now about today's A Daily Pinch of Poetry, featuring poet Deanna Dickinson McCall. Deanna ranches with her husband in New Mexico and has written and performed cowboy poetry for decades. She has the distinction of having her poetry CD, and I've got 2 of them here. Her first one was called Riding, and her second one is I'll Ride Through It. And I'll tell you, thank you, Deanna, because I'll Ride Through It has become a daily affirmation for me right now. Well, this CD, produced by Jim Jones and Randy Houston, was awarded the 2019 Wrangler Award, which is a very prestigious award. And so today, the Daily Dose, a pinch of poetry, you're going to hear Deanna Dickinson present her poem, Cow Country Code, an original, and it won the Georgie Sicking Award presented by the International Western Music Association. For all things Deanna, you'll want to go to DeannaDickinsonMcCall.com, but I will post that website along with her post. And today's Daily Dose of Imagination, our featured writer is New York Times bestselling author Margaret Brownley, writer of Love and Laughter books in the Old West. Jim and I have been blessed to host Margaret at the Buckaroo Book Shop, held annually during the Santa Clarita Cowboy Festival. And today's post will feature a really entertaining book trailer for her book, A Lady Like Sarah. And I've got a copy of that book right here. And when I do the post, I will also be including, of course, her website, a link to a radio interview, and news of an upcoming May release. So and you can also find out more about Margaret at margaret-brownley.com. So get your daily pinch of poetry and dose of imagination by following us on Facebook pages Rendezvous with a Writer Out West, the Writer's Block radio show, OutWest Live, and OutWest Shop. And you can find out more about this daily event and shop for great merchandise at outwestshop.com. Check out today's post at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, where it's always a great day out west. Join us.